A few months after the royal family of Brunei spent over $100 million on Prince Mateen's lavish 10-day wedding celebration, some shocking rumors have come out exposing his new wife's terrible past. Fans of the prince can't believe the level of betrayal and dishonesty at play within the royal family. Honestly, the royal family may not be ready to deal with this right after the wedding. And all that money and effort might be going to waste barely a few months after the extravagant wedding. Before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell to be notified about our new stories. Huge royal weddings are always very lavish. This is why we enjoy watching the ceremonies, as we get to see how millions of dollars can be spent just because two people say yes to each other. And people weren't disappointed when Prince Mateen of Brunei got married at the beginning of 2024. The world held its breath when the man once known as Asia's most eligible bachelor, Brunei's Prince Mateen, decided to join a growing list of royals, now opting to marry non-royals. Everyone was still reeling from Princess Mako forfeiting her royal status in order to get married to Kay Komuro. Then 2024 delivered its own surprise with Prince Mateen's marriage and controversy. But before we get into all that, let's give you some background info. Prince Mateen was born Abdul Mateen ibn Hassan al-Bolkiah on August 10, 1991. He became the Sultan's 10th child and 4th son. His mother is the former second wife of the Sultan, Mariam Abdul Aziz, who was divorced by her husband after 21 years of marriage and subsequently lost all her titles. Despite the divorce, the Sultan kept Prince Mateen and his siblings in the royal household. Prince Mateen started his primary education at St. Andrew's School in Bandar Seri Begawan, Brunei. He continued his high school education at the Paduka Seri Begawan Sultan Science College and Jeridong International School. After his high school education, the 18-year-old prince began his commissioning course for regular army officers at the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst. He eventually attained the rank of second lieutenant. After his training at the academy, he joined the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment's Lifeguards and the Blues and Royals and got promoted to the rank of substantive lieutenant just a year later. In July 2014, the prince backed his Bachelor of Arts degree in International Politics from King's College London at the Barbican Centre in London. 2 years later, he became an acting captain. He also bagged a Master of Arts degree in International Studies and Diplomacy from the School of Oriental and African Studies, University of London. In March 2018, Prince Mateen graduated from the Defense Helicopter Flying School at RAF Shawbury. And less than a year later, he received honorary membership in the Special Forces Regiment. On 20th of May 2021, Prince Mateen was promoted to the rank of Major. Later that year, having met all the necessary criteria, he received the Green Beret. He was fond of association football and even took part in it while he was growing up. When he got older, the prince became well known for playing polo and, along with his sister and cousin, represented Brunei at the 2017 and 2019 Southeast Asian Games. For hobbies nowadays, he does horse riding, skiing, tennis, drums, playing guitar and boxing, and even has a boxing gym. The prince has charmed his way into the hearts of fans, with over 2 million of them following him on various social media platforms. But something else was happening to Prince Mateen's free time. A young lady was somewhere living her life, and the prince was spending his free time with her. Anisha was born in England to a Croatian father and a Bruneian Malay mother. Anisha is the granddaughter of Pehin Dato Isa, who was the special advisor to the Sultan of Brunei. As a child, she rode horses and played musical instruments, including piano, violin, and guitar. She attended Jeridong International School and continued to the University of Bath in the United Kingdom to study European studies in French and Spanish from 2013 to 2017. Additionally, she also completed a semester at Complutense University in Madrid with a work placement in Paris. She became the owner of the fashion label Silk Collective and a co-founder of a travel agency, Authenticary. There are reports that the prince and Anisha's brother, Daniel Isa Kelbich, were playmates as children. It's not surprising given that the siblings' grandfather, Pehin Dato, had not only served as the Sultan's special advisor, he also held top government roles in Brunei during the 1960s and 1970s as the Deputy Attorney General and Deputy Chief Minister. So there is a large possibility that the prince and Anisha might have known each other even as kids or teens. There is also the fact that they both attended the same Jeridong International School. As they both grew up, they pursued different paths to success. Fortunately, they reconnected as adults. The prince initially caused a buzz among his fans after he posted photos of him with a mystery woman during the wedding ceremonies of one of his 2 elder sisters. However, many fans got the shock of their life and were left heartbroken when they saw Prince Mateen with the mystery woman Anisha, not once, but on 2 different occasions with the prince. Fans rushed to find out when their relationship started. But honestly, the exact timeline of the relationship was unknown, as many things about the beginning of the couple's relationship were kept private. Anisha and the prince have reportedly been dating for 2 years, with many saying their relationship goes as far as back as 2018. But it started to add up when Anisha joined Prince Mateen at the royal wedding of his sister, Princess Azima Nimatul Bolkiah, in January 2023. The shock for fans of Prince Mateen came when his father, the Sultan, released an official statement in October 2023. He stated, "By the royal command of His Majesty Sultan Haji Hassan al-Bolkiah Muizzuddin Wadullah of Brunei Darussalam, the palace has announced the upcoming wedding of His Royal Highness Prince Abdul Mateen and Anisha Isa Kalabich will be held from 7th to 16th of January 2024. And soon, the prince himself uploaded a picture of himself and his fiancée with a huge diamond ring on her fingers. According to the Sultan's orders, the Majlis Istiadat Bersur di Raja marked the beginning of the royal wedding on January 7, 2024. The celebration lasted for 10 days and included several religious ceremonies. Prince Mateen arrived accompanied by a 17-gun salute and 40 spear bearers. His bride Anisha arrived and received the same blessings from the Sultan and Queen Saliha as anybody else had. The pair wore coordinating crimson dresses, well-designed and ornamented for the occasion. A solemnization ceremony was held at the mosque, with the reception and a parade on the streets of Brunei taking place in later days. They were officially married on January 11th, 2024. After that, the newlyweds stood at the back of an open-top Rolls-Royce during their procession, waving to people along the streets. The new royal couple's last public event was a feast at the 1,788-room palace. The following day, family members held prayers to end the celebration officially. Brunei finally rested after 10 days of festivity. The controversy started way before the couple got married. When the news of the couple's dating started to circulate, many fans of Prince Mateen started to investigate Anisha's life. They combed through social media, hoping to get a glimpse into her life. And what they found wasn't appealing. Given her Croatian heritage and the fact that Anisha studied outside Asia, fans found pictures of her smoking cigarettes and hookah. She also had videos of her drinking alcohol and partying hard. Some pictures even had her in bikinis, hanging around a bunch of half-naked guys in swimming pools. Granted, some of these things weren't too bad if she decided to settle in Western countries like the UK and the US, where nudity, drinking, and partying weren't frowned upon. But she was dating a high-ranking member of the royal family of a Muslim country, and that was a huge problem. Bruneians felt betrayed and accused the royal family and Anisha of dishonesty. One person stated, "Hope Prince Mateen finds a better Callan, not the social lady." There was a pic post seeing her drinking wine and her brother. Religion is a question. While some got angry at Anisha for snatching their beloved prince, others felt the royal family was to blame. While people should mind their own business, these royals should keep in mind that their actions reflect poorly on Brunei, which has chosen to represent itself as a strict, Sharia-compliant Islamic country. They should be the best examples of good Muslims who live their lives in accordance with Islamic principles and practices. If all these are too burdensome, then what's the point of trying to be a Sharabi Makkah? Make Brunei a secular country, and he can hug whichever girl he wants, and nobody will care. According to them, Brunei trying to show off itself as a leading Islamic country wasn't doing a good job thanks to its royalty who were setting a bad example. This was pretty much the backlash they received, and it even forced Anisha to delete some of the incriminating Instagram posts. She took it a step further and went private on social media, making it hard for people to dig up any more dirt on her past. Unfortunately, it also made it difficult for fans to follow their supposed romance. Still, despite the criticism, the couple went ahead and got married. And truly, it was a wedding to remember. People were happy to see Prince Mateen, who they had known since he was young, marrying the beautiful Anisha. They were glad to have witnessed the once-in-a-lifetime moment. Now, with the beautiful and expensive wedding ceremony out the way, people are wondering if Anisha's past would not cast too big of a shadow over the couple's marriage. Or perhaps it's something that wouldn't matter in the long run. And we would love to hear your thoughts on this. Would the marriage stand the test of time? Or do you think there are other things from Anisha's past that might hurt the marriage later? Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.